Hi, beautiful women. I hope you're feeling as energized or as beautiful, or actually I feel very soft today after this powerful portal yesterday, the Lion's Gate. The story that I just posted from this wonderful another lady, I'm really so impressed how so many women start to stand up and start to speak out about birth and about a lot of other things. It's so important that we do this work and that we women learn to take our voices and really put it out into this world without fear of being put into a niche or just being condemned or whatever, right? There are so many fears to show ourselves, but do it. And I'm so impressed and so impressed by and empowered by all the other women who do the same. So what I wanted to add to her text, and please read everything because it's really good. It's a very important study that was done about the fears that we women carry around birth and how important it is with what we are programmed us with. So when I started firstly to come out with my videos and with the pregnant goddess and orgasmic birth, almost everyone around me wanted to tell me their story. And they did, and I also let them, because I know that it's in their best intention and that the women want to help you. But what we cannot forget, it's always your trauma that you project on the other women, and we think we help by doing so. Because we think we have to prepare the other woman, she never has given birth, and there are so many things that can go wrong, and I expected it myself to be so different, but then it turned out to be this horror birth or whatever, So it's first you always have to look inside of yourself. And women, believe me, it's always your own trauma that you project on the other women. The other woman is always a mirror for you, always. And this is something that we also dive very deeply in the Dine Circle. We dive very deeply into all those themes and how we can start to empower other women and not project our own things, and also to see ourselves in all the other women, in every woman. So this is wonderful. So these are under a lot of other beautiful things that we will do in circle, exercises between women that we will work with, and you will get so much clearer view about it, and you will start to see yourself, and you will start to recognize when you project your own fears, your own trauma, or not just around birth, around everything, right? So if you are a woman and you have a friend who gets pregnant, I really want to give you the advice, and you yourself had maybe a very traumatic birth. Firstly, try to go there and try to heal it. And if you want to have more information how to do this, please contact me. I have already studied into this theme as well. But if you have a woman around you who is, please tell her just the most beautiful things. And if you don't have something beautiful to tell her, just try to empower her in whatever way. But really listen in yourself. See, is this me are these my fears, or are these her fears? And oftentimes, as I said, it's your own fears that you give it to her then, it's and it's not just with words, it's really like energetically. We already get programmed so deeply by the whole society through the whole pictures. And if you don't know it, watch my first vlog on YouTube. There I have an introduction to pregnant goddess and orgasmic birth. I make the differences, how we are programmed by the system and all our friends, and also oftentimes our own mother, and how an orgasmic birth could look like, what I believe is the nature of birth. If you really start to dig deep into this whole birth universe, there is really dangerous situations in birth is actually less than 1%. If you start to create your birth consciously and not doing it in the system, or how we have learned to give birth, or when you really start to learn about birth, when you really start to study about birth. And this is what women do who decide to do free birth, because you depend on yourself. And this is the rite of passage, which a lot of women in our society, in our culture, we don't understand a rite of passage. But this empowers you, and this is not dangerous or whatever when a woman does decide to do it by herself, because everything is inside of you. You are already programmed to give birth. It's your nature. You are a creatrix, you know? So coming back to programming other women. So please, women, stop telling your horror stories other women. Just stop and try to heal your own trauma. Just try to empower the other women. And if you have not a good birth experience, tell her maybe about your beautiful pregnancy. But we have to stop to put all these negative projections, all these traumas that we experienced ourselves onto other women. So and yeah, if you are pregnant yourself, really be very conscious what you feed yourself with. It's the world. Your thoughts, your belief system create your world, and this is a fact. It's not hocus pocus. So be conscious what you consume. Find all the beautiful things that empower you. Find the stories that empower you. Everything else, leave it away. Leave it away consequently. And women, again, this knowledge is not just for pregnant goddesses out there. It is really for every woman. Because back in the days when the balance, I would say, when the balance between masculine and feminine was really beautiful, in harmony, the women, they learned from a very small age all around birth. And it was something that was so close and so natural and so easy, and it was one of the most powerful events in a woman's life, right? And it's one of the most magical and spiritual moments in a woman's life. And my goal is really to bring women back to there. And what did I want to say? Yeah, if it's not a kind of a theme that is very present for you at the moment, it's still so important. Even if you had already your children and kind of you finished, or you're very young, you know, or you are already a crown. Look, we women have to start to share this knowledge. Doesn't matter which age you are in or which point you are in your life. It's one of the greatest powers, one of the greatest gifts that we have, women. And I'm not joking when I tell, when we start to heal birth and we women start to take birth back into our hands and trust and believe in us, in our body, in the spiritual realm, and everything that is existing here, we will start to heal the world. So it's one of the most powerful messages that we can give to other women.